Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This is Alabama Deep, and this is what we're working on tonight. We have ourselves a Rolex Batman. I have a customer who has asked me, Jim, I want you to make this watch perfect. I know it's not a legitimate Rolex, but what can you do to make it a little bit better? And look, yes, I will change out the movement for him. But I'm not going to go as far as to say I'm the one that manufactured these, because I don't. I just simply work on them because I think they're pretty neat. I mean, I don't condone what they do in China, but once a consumer buys it, it makes it to the U.S., it's entered our jurisdiction, then yeah, okay. It's like any other watch to me. I will work on it because I enjoy working on watches, and apparently I have a knack for working on these. So, we're going to do this. As we can take a look at this particular watch, they did a pretty good job on copying this Batman. I can't say it's a bad watch because it's really not. I mean, they did pretty damn good, to be honest with you. So, we're going to be working on this. So, okay, we're going to be taking out a screw first, and we're going to do this on the bracelet so I can get to the back. I don't have to remove the whole bracelet, I don't really have to work on this. So, we're going to break out our goggles. And if I can steal a little something from Chris Fix. Let's see. How did he do it? He would... Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So, first, I'm going to break out my flathead screwdriver. And I'm going to remove this just to get it started. I don't think this particular gentleman would like it if I harmed his watch in any way. So, let's go ahead and let's get this screw out. Oh, there we go. And I don't mind. I have these little arthritic fingers going on, so it's a little hard to get the pin. Oh, there's a pin. But it is hard for me to get it out nonetheless. Oh, there we go. So the pin is now out. We can pull this watch apart. And there we go. So we have it thus far. Now, we can take a look at this watch. We can look at all the things they got right. The magnification bubble looks correct. Bezel is not bad. They got the height correct for the dial versus the inside of the case coming to the top here. It's the right amount of thickness, just about. They did pretty good on everything recreating this watch. But it has a horrible rattle. Just like all cheap fakes do, they have a horrible rattle. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the case back off this watch. And while I'm at it, let me show off my newest prized possession. This is for the deep seas I work on, which we will be working on a deep sea. Okay, we have to work on one for a guy named Buddy. He wants it waterproof. And those fake deep seas, oh my God, they're a pain in the ass. They really are. Oh, I can't stand them. Okay, so here we go. Here's the back. Now let's take a look at this back. Yeah, it's not refined enough, shall we say. We will be polishing that up momentarily. But for right now, let's just get the back off this watch. Okay. I guess I should be using my press on this, but that's okay. There we go. Is that loose enough yet? Yeah, that's loose enough for me. So let's go ahead and let's get in here. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, now I'm going to take a guess what's on the inside of this watch. Before I even take the back off of it, let's play a little game of what I'm going to match it up to. Will it be this type of movement? Hell no, that's too nice. You know? Will it be, let's take a guess, this type of movement? Close, but no cigar. What type of movement will it have? I think it's going to have this type of movement in it. I can guarantee you. That's about what it sounds like. So, I think it's going to have that type of movement. I bet you, I bet you, I bet you. But I could be wrong. It could be the worst movement in the world, which is this. 2813 is what I'm guessing. And I'm guessing it's going to be the better kind that I had just showed you before the last one. Let's find out. Look, I was 100% right. And that's why I know my watches. We hear that? It's just ticking away. Now look, 2813 is not a horrible movement. It's really not. I don't think it's all that bad, but this particular gentleman does not care for it. And I'm going to agree with him. It's Chinese junk, is what it is. Okay. It's Chinese junk, guaranteed. But look, it's not all that bad, you know. It does have the nicer movement. Now this is going to be the second company that makes these. Now look, I don't honestly know who makes these. Obviously they're made in China. There's no doubt about that. But you got a couple different companies that makes these watches. And I can tell by the back, it's not as shallow as the others, so they don't skimp nearly as bad on materials or movement. But look, this is not the greatest movement in the world. So, we're going to help our brother from another mother, and we're going to replace this movement with something a bit more nice. And personally, I'm taking this off because I wanted to see what type of movement it had in it. This isn't even real GMT movement. This is bullshit movement. But the type of movement you'd find in any cheaply made automatic watch. Yes, indeedy. Okay, so let's get in here and let's start taking it apart. So first thing is first, guys. Get myself up in here. And you know, that's the real sad thing about these watches, is that they really could put the extra money into it. I mean, they could have a very nice watch if they just put literally maybe $15 more into it. Plastic ring, really? No. We don't need a plastic ring. Look, they could make this watch a zillion times more better. You know, they could actually use GMT movement they could, and they could use a nice, you know, spacer ring. I mean, look at this. You know, I mean, boom. Fits nice, right? So, I mean, there's lots that they can do. But they don't want to spend the money. I guess they're trying to make them as cheap as they can. And this is just the best way that they're going to do it is, you know, just skimping. But, like I said, we're going to try to do what we can to help our friend out. He's paid me money to order his parts, which I am tomorrow. You know, so I don't have an issue with that. So let me get up in here and first things first, let's take out the stem. So we now have the stem out. Okay. We will hang on to this. Now, I am going to have a specialty box just for this watch. Why? Well, I don't want anything to get lost. And to be completely honest with you, I would want my shit protected. So we will protect everything he has. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's flip this movement over. 1, 2, 3. It has been flipped. And there we go. And on a count of 3, lift. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and there we go. So we will put this case with the back on it. And we're going to move it out of the way. Okay. And we're going to move it out of the way because we're going to get more into this particular dial. Which, I'm going to be honest, guys, that's a very nice dial. They are getting so good at faking these that I'm just literally completely blown away by it. And it's just incredible what they're being able to do. So, yeah. And people are asking me, Jim, why do you waste your time working on fakes? Well, I don't always work on fakes. I work on the real deals, guys. I work on real Rolexes. I work on fake Rolexes. I work on Bulivas. I work on Oruses. I mean, I work on Timex. I work on all of them. Now, we're going to stick that into there. And we're going to tighten it up. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm going to make this water resistant up to at least 300 feet. Okay, at least 300 feet. Maybe 4. Okay, these are not that hard to do to make water resistant up to that depth. You really can. They're not that bad of a case. They're a pretty good case, actually, other than the fact that it's mimicking a Rolex, which is creating is, you know, illegal for this company to do, but they're not in the U.S., so they don't give a shit. So here we are, we're looking at this particular movement, and you can just tell by looking at it, hot damn, they did a fabulous job of it. They really did. And they did a really good job. And that movement is just a ticking away. It's doing its thing. And I am going to take a closer look at this watch. Let me do that now. Let me see what we're doing. Let's see. I will borrow this. 1 second. Uno momento, guys. I see what they did. I see exactly what they did there. Good job. And you can see it shake the case. You know? It's kind of just going back and forth, making the dial move. Alright. Put my glasses on. And I know finger cots. Guess what? Nope. Because I will be putting those on much later. And there we go. I have stopped this watch from moving. Now, I'm curious. Let's see how close they got to 12 o'clock on this, guys. Let's see if that will flip around almost on the dot. They did very good, didn't they? I think so. They did very good on that. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now, thank you, I have removed the hands, because guess what? The hands that I'm going to put on are much nicer, and not only that, guys, if you're messing with another movement, the hands will not fit on. Yep. You have to buy all new hands. So we'll do that. We're going to do that most definitely. So, okay. They did pretty good, actually. Yeah. Very good. And that movement, like I said, is not too terrible. But you know what? He wants better. So we will give him better. So, okay guys, we're going to stop the video right here. Because I don't have anything ordered for this watch yet. Gotta do that tomorrow. I'm going to get some real GMT movement in here. Some nicer hands. We're going to take this particular watch case we have here. We're going to pressure test it. Put new gaskets in it. I mean, we're going to make it as good as we possibly can for the guy. I wonder if that'll fit in there. Oh, it looks like it will, just barely. Look at that. So that's in there. So we're going to put this right in here because we don't want to mess anything up. Got some, ooh, get off in there. Oop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that is correct. So we're going to cover this up for right now. It's going to go to sleep just for a brief time until we're ready to bring it back out from its slumber and reassemble it into the machine the owner has paid me to make it. And so we will. So this is Alabama Deep. I'm signing off for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe. Help me with the algorithm on YouTube. And if you got a particular watch you want me to work on, hey, leave me a comment below. See y'all later. Bye.